Hey, I know it's been a long time since I blogged, and that's because I've been going through some stuff that required a lot of me time, and I'm still going through it. So this blog isn't for me. This blog addresses something that happened to me, but now I'm seeing it happen to somebody else, and that someone is somebody I care very much about. It's my best friend. But because I changed small victories into a general healing blog, this applies to you too. Because I've found that there's a huge roadblock, so one that so many people suffer and hit and fall over. They try to do this, they fail to do this, they never do this, they refuse to do this, and because they won't do this, they never heal. And that thing is letting go. Now, the situation I'm going to talk about is important because I'm making this for somebody, but I'm sure you can apply this to your own life. And in this case, it has to do with dealing with somebody that takes advantage of you, but you love them a lot. In this case, it's more of an infatuation. You don't really love them. You know why? Because they're not who you think they are. They're your best friend. You do stuff together. You get each other things. Talk about stuff. But when you really look at it, at least for me, I started to realize that every time we did things together, I was giving something away, whether it be money, time, an ear to listen, service, dignity. And because of that, I slowly was wasting away trying to please somebody, trying to be the other woman in the situation because he was still not over his ex. And I lost myself. And it came to a point where it was so devastating that I had no other option but to let go and move on because it was hurting me. I had to put a wall and say, I can't deal with you anymore because you're not good for me. And when I did that, I saw who the person that I loved really was, and that was a sick, sick person. Someone that only wanted me around because of the things that I gave to him. Somebody that was using me and taking advantage of me. Somebody who knew I was a really good and fragile person and didn't care. And as you go through life, you're going to realize that there are more and more people like that, taking advantage of the nice people like us. And it's okay if you know how to spot them, if you know how to deal with these people. And you have to learn how to deal, because in all essence, I'm not going to say I'm a victim of this person, because I gave it to him. I willingly gave him money. I willingly gave him time. I willingly provided service for him. And what kind of stupid person would say no to free things? No. Not a victim, because I didn't make boundaries. It's when you make a boundary that is therefore crossed without you authorizing that is victimization. But I didn't make that boundary. I wanted to do it. So that's the first step. You're not a victim because you have a choice, and that choice is to let go. And I know you're like, that's so hard. It's so hard to push this person out of my life because I care for them so much. Yeah. But when you look around and you realize who they really are, do you really love them so much? Do you love that they tore you apart? That they were there for you sometimes and other times not? Do you love how you're a side person? Do you love that you're not the star of their show? You don't love that. And I'm not saying that you have to let go and push them completely out of your life. No. You can be friends. You can set a boundary and say, this is all we can be, this is all we will ever be, and I will not tolerate anything more than that. Or you can do as I did and completely remove yourself from the situation. No option's better. Only you can decide what's best for you. But there's something you have to understand about letting go. And this is what I didn't know. Letting go is not about forgetting. It's not to not think about or to ignore. It doesn't leave any feelings of anger, jealousy, or regret. It's not about winning or losing. It's not about pride. It's not about how you appear. And it's not about obsessing or dwelling on the past and what has happened. It's not about blocking these memories or thinking sad thoughts, and it doesn't leave emptiness and hurt and sadness like you're feeling now. It's not about giving in or giving up, because it's not about loss or defeat. It's to cherish memories and then to overcome and move on. It's having this open mind and a confidence in the future. It's learning and experiencing and growing. To let go is to be thankful for the experiences that made you laugh and cry and then made you grow. It's about all that you have, all that you had, and all that you will have. Again, it's having the courage to accept change and the strength to keep moving. It's realizing that the heart can sometimes be the most potent remedy, and to let go is to open a door and to clear a path and then to set you free. Keeping toxic people in your life does nothing for you. It doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't make you feel better. That's for sure. You need, as I said, you can't call yourself a victim because you're not. You need to be smart enough to know when enough is enough. You can't complain about somebody crossing a line. You can't call your friend up and cry about all these horrible things he said to you, about how he ditched you for the other girl, about how you did this and that with him and now he's not talking to you. You can't complain about them crossing the line when you failed to set boundaries. You cannot complain about somebody wasting your time when you didn't require them to earn it. Sometimes you just have to let go, because not everything is meant to be a forever kind of thing. You need to be honest with yourself, even if it hurts, because you can't give them too many chances to make the same mistakes. You need to learn from it, grow out of it, and be done with it. If you're going to keep them in your life, cool. I know you. I know what you're trying to do, but I'm not going to subject myself to that anymore. If you want to be with her, fine, be with her. You're not going to be with me. I'm not a side chick. I deserve to be something better than that. That's a boundary. You have to make a boundary because there's somebody out there for you. You might not believe it now, but trust me, because I let go of this guy and I met somebody that defies all expectations of who love should be. And I'm going to tell you this because it happened to me, that one day you're going to walk into a cafe or a bookstore and there he is. It's simple. It's as easy as that. When love finds you, it doesn't come with crashing waves and bells and whistles and thunderbolts. It's not confusing. It's not horrifying. It doesn't come so obviously. It comes as a song on the radio or as a particular color of the sky. It comes on to you slowly. But instead, we number our days and divide our seasons. We endlessly define what it means to be in love. But in truth, spring blurs into summer, and it always has, long before we ever drew the line. Your love for that person will be the same. It's gonna run wild and free. And it won't leave a single thing untouched, and you'll carry that with you. And that person is out there in that cafe or bookstore somewhere, hoping to find you. And I know it. So I'm telling you, that nothing protects the heart like patience. Don't get your hopes up too fast. And don't let your fears speak too loud. Don't give your doubts so much time. Not everybody is built to handle rough times, so you cannot be surprised when you fall off with certain people. Few people understand what it means to really be there for somebody, and that's the roughest part about being on this journey called life. You realize that the main ones that they said they'd ride are the first to fall off. They make promises when the sun is shining, and they make excuses when the storm comes. And that's why I'm always thankful for the rain, because it washes away the unnecessary. The reality is that you could be amazing, genuine, and sincere. You probably are. But you're still going to be overlooked. Who is this person? They're overlooking you if they're not making you first. Because honestly, people don't want anything real anymore. They want reasons to complain and excuses to avoid. Having a good thing is so hard because meeting a strong person is so rare. So I've learned to respect when people run away from me. I've learned to respect when I push people away from me, because I've realized that my kind of love and the kind of love that I need isn't for everybody. And I'm at peace with that. And that is what's so important, is to be at peace with yourself. To be so happy with yourself. Because then you refuse to accept anything but that from anybody. And you will remove anybody that doesn't give you that peace and happiness. They will go. You will get them out. Stop doubting yourself. I'm looking at you, telling you that you are beautiful. You are smart. You are kind. You're important. I'm talking to my best friend, but you can take this for yourself, that there is somebody out there that needs you. You've saved people's lives whether you knew it or not. You were there on the days when it didn't seem like there was gonna be a day tomorrow. You stuck around when nobody else did. And now you want somebody that's not gonna stick around for you. You want somebody that doesn't even meet half the person that you are. You deserve the moon and the stars, and you're looking for dirt. And it's okay, because we all do it once or twice or a lot before we finally realize that we can't do it anymore. And I'm here to tell you, you can't do it anymore. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not fun. It's not fair. And if me having to bang it into your hard head that is just as hard as mine is what it takes, I will do that. Hi, here I am. I don't look as mean as I make it sound. You're gonna fall in love. Real love, not lust. Not infatuation. You're gonna fall in love. And they're gonna love you so much that you're gonna feel it. It's gonna come out of every inch of you. They're gonna see what I see in you. They're gonna see that you're beautiful. And you're funny. They're gonna appreciate all the weird things about you. And they might even cheer for Michigan if it's a miracle. They're gonna take you places and they won't have to delete your text messages. They'll pick you flowers off the internet and buy you flowers in real life. There's gonna be somebody that knows how you like your coffee, somebody that knows what to get you at a restaurant, somebody who can order your drink for you, somebody that'll pay the bill and let you pay sometimes too, somebody who can watch a whole entire Netflix series with you, somebody that knows what you're scared of before you even realize you're scared. A best friend that I'm gonna be jealous of. It's not him. And I don't want to hurt you, but he doesn't love you. And it's okay, because he doesn't know who you are. He doesn't know you. If he would do this. The important people don't put you on the side. We've all got a favorite food. I personally like steak. Like Longhorn, you know, big steak, it's juicy meat, got that sweet potato with the brown sugar and the butter on the side with a big old yeast roll. But, you know, like when you go to Olive Garden, the breadsticks come before the meal, and the salad or the soup. Why would you settle to be the basket of bread, the bowl of salad that is shared with the whole table? Why would you choose to be that when you could be the main course, the most looked forward to part of the meal next to dessert? Why wouldn't you let yourself be what's on the menu? Breadsticks and salad are given. They're free. They're cheap. You're worth more than that. Don't be breadsticks. Be the main course. Take your own life and get rid of the people that don't belong there. It's a long video. You can watch it. You can watch it again. But you should know, you're important. And anybody else who doesn't know that isn't. Small victory. Sounds like a big victory to me.